Good evening and welcome to Bobcat Update, a newscast highlighting news at Texas State University and the Hill Country. I'm Priscilla Meza. Our lead item today is an announcement from university administrators. December's graduation ceremonies at Texas State will be held both in person and virtually. University officials based the decision on information from public health agencies as well as surveys sent to Texas State faculty, staff, and students. Bobcat Update's Sydney Tyndall has the story.
The in-person graduation ceremonies will be on December 11th at Bobcat Stadium, and a virtual ceremony will be on December 12th. Some seniors say they're comfortable with the in-person ceremony because it will be held outdoors and following CDC guidelines.
There's always a risk being in a big group of people, but I think I trust in the school and the university to take the measures to keep us safe. So I do feel comfortable doing an in-person ceremony.
The university also announced that May and August 2020 graduates will have the option to attend an in-person commencement ceremony on December 10th. Due to COVID-19, spring and summer graduations were held virtually, so those graduates missed out on sharing the accomplishment with friends and family. Spring 2020 graduate Sandra Sadek says she's glad the university has found a safe way to hold a ceremony.
I think this is, a good compromise to give the class of 2020 a chance to be recognized for, finishing school and graduating in this whole mess, while also, keeping in mind safety of students, staff, family members who will be attending, and everybody involved with the graduation process.
Graduating college is a significant accomplishment, but for first-generation students, it can be even more meaningful. The university's decision for an in-person ceremony allows families and friends to experience the special moment of watching the graduate walk the stage.
As a first-gen student, this degree means a lot to me, but it means a lot to my family as well. And just for my parents to watch me walk across, that would be, just make my life really.
Texas State will be sending out emails regarding details on registering for the ceremony, securing a limited number of guests, and information on safety guidelines. Whether students decide to attend their graduation in person or virtually, the university wants to ensure a safe and memorable ceremony for graduating seniors. For Bobcat Update, I'm Sydney Tyndall.
Early voting in Hays County has surpassed the total turnout for the 2016 election. The early vote consists of voting in person or by mail. Residents seem eager to make sure their voices are heard this election. At locations where early votes have been cast, the lines have sometimes been long, but the election so far has gone smoothly in Hays County, where there was also record high voter registration. The last day to vote early is this Friday, and the 2020 election wraps up next Tuesday. Former Congressman and presidential candidate Beto O'Rourke will teach at Texas State during the spring semester. As Robin Hicks tells us, O'Rourke will lead discussions in the political science department.
By taking the assignment, O'Rourke will bring his years of experience and knowledge to undergraduates. Due to the pandemic, the classes will be conducted remotely. O'Rourke rose to national prominence in 2018, when as a congressman based in El Paso, he came close to winning the U.S. Senate seat held by Republican incumbent Ted Cruz. Texas State students seem pleased that O'Rourke will be teaching at the university.
Well, I got to see him whenever he came to Texas State last time, and that was really fun. And I'm excited to learn about his journey and hopefully learn a thing or two for myself for the future.
I'm excited to have a Hispanic politician at Texas State to see how he's going to impact and strengthen our community, because at Texas State there's a lack of Hispanic communities. So maybe having him is going to bond them.
Having O'Rourke join the faculty has the potential to inspire students who aspire to work in politics. For Bobcat Update, I'm Robin Hicks.
On the Travis County ballot, this election is a proposition to expand the Austin Light Rail system. If approved, Proposition A will increase property taxes to procure funds for expanding public transit. The initiative aims to decrease commuter traffic by adding additional bus routes and create a new rail line to Austin Airport. 45% of the proposed $7 billion budget will be federally subsidized. The remainder would fall on Austin homeowners who would pay higher taxes to meet the goal. San Marcos has many new and very large apartment complexes at a time when there are fewer potential tenants because of the pandemic and an enrollment drop at Texas State. Bobcat Update's Jason Arline takes a look at how the apartment complexes are doing.
Vista San Marcos is one of the city's newer apartment complexes. General Manager Nicole Satterwhite says the property's occupancy has remained steady despite the pandemic.
We've done additional measures here at the property specifically to kind of help accommodate with the virtual learning.
Satterwhite says the staff has made adjustments, and Vista has partnered with Lysol and the Hi How Are You movement to maintain a safe environment.
They really go through and ask those deeper questions, open up that dialogue about how are you really doing, instead of just saying, hey, I'm fine. We really dig in to see if we can be any more of a resource to our residents. This kind of encompasses a full overhaul of our operations program, all of our cleaning standards. We now have touchless amenity walks that we go through and do, and we've kind of analyzed all of those high traffic points.
Safety is a concern at other apartment complexes as well. Cheatham Street Flats has also implemented new protocols for residents.
Some of the things that we've done are having scheduled times and different amenities that residents want to use, and obviously disinfecting in between each use that the residents have as well.
By using proper social distancing and disinfecting practices, these local high-rise properties are thriving. For Bobcat Update, I am Jason Arline.
San Marcos has selected a new police chief pending confirmation from the City Council. Stan Standridge has served 25 years with the Abilene Police Department, where he's been the police chief for the past 11 years. He's also president of the Texas Police Chiefs Association. Standridge was selected as a finalist from a pool of 92 candidates. If the City Council at its meeting on November 4th approves his hiring, he's expected to begin working in San Marcos on November 16th. The Mill Street Market has officially opened in the city. Bobcat Update's Brady Powers has the story.
Despite nationwide business closures due to outcomes from the pandemic, Mill Street Market proudly celebrates their grand opening this month. The store's manager hopes to still make an impact on the community through these uncertain times.
If it wasn't for the pandemic, I think it would have been a lot better. But yeah, we're still doing pretty well. Despite the pandemic, the shutdown. The location where we're at, the students are in school, and we're happy to be here to be able to serve them. Give them, what they need.
The 7,500 square foot facility located in the Mill Street Crossing Shopping Center offers fresh meats, common groceries, fresh produce, a 50-foot long beer cave, and 4 gas pumps. Nearby residents are excited about the new addition.
Yeah, it's definitely been pretty convenient. I live right down the street, so to be able to come here for pretty much everything I need, gas, it's got a lot of the groceries that I would buy, on a normal basis. It's, for the most part, definitely super convenient, and their prices are pretty relevant, pretty good. So, it's, why wouldn't I go there? It's right down the street.
The store is open from 6 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week, and gas is available 24 hours a day. For Bobcat Update, I'm Brady Powers.
If you're really hungry, you might go shopping at Mill Street, or you could drop by Jack in the Box for some pho chicken. As a special incentive to try their plant-based alternative to real meat, Jack in the Box is offering a mask to protect you from the coronavirus. But here's the catch, the mask smells like chicken. Think about that while we take a break. Bobcat Updates continues after this.
I am a first-gen student. Because I am first generation.
I am a first-gen.
Many universities are offering classes in a variety of ways this semester, be it online, hybrid, or in person. Texas State may have to continue the mixed arrangement in the spring. Bobcat Update's Noah Fouts has the story.
Many courses are being taught online this semester, which enables some students to take their entire course load remotely if they want to. They can live in San Marcos or their hometown.
This semester is a little different, so I'm taking a mix of hybrid classes, which is a mix of online and in person, plus strictly online and strictly in person.
Moving classes to online presents challenges. The teaching methods are different and require students to make adjustments.
Online classes I struggle with because basically for me, like having a good relationship with the teacher helps me do better in the class.
The coronavirus has forced students to adopt new ways of learning, which they're adjusting to be successful. For Bobcat Update, I'm Noah Fouts.
One option some students prefer is to take their classes on campus face-to-face, but live at home with mom and dad. Commuting takes some effort, but as Cuchicu de la Cruz tells us, driving to campus is the best way to stay engaged with classes.
The pandemic has disrupted many student college schedules. They have to decide how, when, and where they're going to take their classes. And for some, commuting makes sense because it saves them money.
Texas State makes it easier for me to commute from New Braunfels simply because of the flexible hours of the library from 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. So it makes it pretty good for me to study if I need to or use computer lab or anything to that sort.
Those who commute benefit from school resources they wouldn't enjoy online. The library, dining halls, and the Student Recreation Center are valued by students who want to maintain the campus experience. Such services help with schoolwork or just to pass the time.
It's cheaper for me to go to school from home instead of paying rent at an apartment or for a dormitory.
While some students commute to save money, others see it as a more flexible option.
Due to COVID, there's a lot of restrictions anyways that goes on. A lot of classes are online, so it's better to commute.
Commuting takes more time and energy, but for some, it's simply a better fit for accomplishing the overall goal, to finish college and earn a degree. For Bobcat Update, I'm Cuchicu de la Cruz.
Dance classes at Texas State tend to thrive in person. However, due to COVID-19, many dance instructors are delivering their classes virtually. Tyler Carthel has more.
Anyone taking a dance class knows the importance of feedback. Typically, dance teachers give it immediately, and many were worried that teaching online might hinder this ability. But Zoom has enabled instructors to provide the necessary critiques.
2, jump out to second. 3, 4. It's very important to be able to see your dancers and to be able to give corrections and then to see them apply those corrections or not, so that you can then make that correction again. And I haven't found it to be extremely difficult to do that through Zoom.
One thing needed before starting any dance class is space, which can be a problem for students living in dorms or small apartments. If there's not enough space at home, students can come to campus and dance during their scheduled class times. In the studios provided are taped-off boxes that help students social distance. Keeping these areas clean is extremely important to the dance department.
Keeping things clean, making sure the air circulates, there's air purifiers, dancers cleaning up their particular square before they leave. And that's also how we take rolls, so we can contact trace if we need to. So every square has a number. And if they move from a square to the bar, if they're in ballet, they may start at the bar and then they go to center, they have their numbers correspond. So this 12 is here at the bar, 12 is here on the floor, and then they go from one space to another.
COVID-19 has created several challenges for everyone, but it looks like dancers are starting to get their groove back with Zoom. For Bobcat Update, I'm Tyler Carthel.
It's the fall season. Soon it will be time to celebrate Halloween, to reset clocks for standard time, and to take care of plants so they'll survive in colder weather. Jason Hong says some changes are needed around the house or apartment.
At the retail store Lowe's, indoor plants have been the #1 choice lately. As the weather transitions into colder times, the focus of many gardeners has shifted to indoors.
A lot of people have been coming for pothos this fall.
The pothos species is a favorite among shoppers, but other plants draw attention too.
Yeah, the other day I went to Lowe's and I saw this fiddle leaf fig in the garden section. I wasn't planning on buying it, but I loved it, so I had to have it.
When looking for plants this fall, it is important to be mindful of the weather. Some can tolerate the cold while others cannot. Local gardeners should be able to offer advice when deciding which plants to buy. For Bobcat Update, I'm Jason Hong.
Despite the pandemic, this weekend will be full of fun for those who want to dress up for Halloween. Kids and adults alike will still find ways to celebrate the holiday. Popular kids' costumes this year are Fortnite skins, ninja costumes, and Disney characters. For women, favorites are Harley Quinn, as well as police and soldier costumes. Scary clowns, hockey masks, and prisoner costumes are popular among men. Yes, be safe, have fun, and be sure to check out our newscast next week when we will have election results for San Marcos and Hays County. That's all for this edition of Bobcat Update. I'm Priscilla Meza.